Hello and welcome to Start the Beat with Sykes. My name is Sykes and this is my podcast. Before we get started, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank everyone who checked out the last episode. If you're one of those people,
if I'm one of those people,
thank you so much for coming back. But for everyone out there who's new to the show, welcome. Feel free to make yourselves at home. And as always, there's beer, soda, water, energy drinks in the fridge. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
I'm sitting here today with an individual whomst I have known for several years.
Oh, dude.
Whomst I've known through the local music scene, which is probably obvious considering this is a Pittsburgh music podcast for any of you new ding-dongs out there. But for those of you that do not know, everybody, please make some noise for my friend, and I'm going to call you by your stage name
Let's
to keep this official.
Yeah.
Yak the Atlas.
Hey there, what's up? Hello. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Oh my god. You know, it's really weird because honestly, like I've known about you even since like I found you on MySpace in like 2006, like prime like emo Jake 2006, listening to like all sorts of weird stuff. Found your like old 2006 Psych stuff. I could not name a single thing from it for you. But like it's so like kind of surreal. Like when we like first started like interacting in Back Alley Sound and like, you know, walking around with like the Three River Circus crew and stuff like that. Like I was like, this is wild. So it's even wilder for me now to just be like, I followed you on MySpace or whatever, friended you on MySpace in like 2006 and like we never communicated or anything. And now it's just like, here we are today. It's very interesting. Like I've always kind of like thought it was surreal that like it was just like once upon a time I just found you on MySpace and now we're homies. Like
yeah, no. I think that, you know, the world is very small and I'm convinced that good people find each other eventually.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It's been
You're not one of those good people.
Yeah. I'm definitely garbage trash, man. You know it. Me and Miles just living in PBR boxes on the side of the highway.
Totally. So, Jake, aka Yak the Atlas, aka Emo Jake. That could be your other
Emo Jake.
That should have been your stage name.
It'll be like my Hollywood Undead cover band.
Okay. was that the shit when you were younger?
Oh, for sure. I mean, like I was kind of all over the place when I was younger. Like I would just like, I was listening from anything from like, I couldn't even tell you at this point because it was just like, I remember getting like a Victory Records CD and that formed a lot of stuff. And then a buddy burned me like a Circus Survive CD. And then I like branched out from there. And then like hip hop was just kind of always around for that. And so I've just been kind of like fusing stuff together with this. With at least like trying to add as many different kind of like flavors as I can to what's going on.
That's the really interesting thing I think about hip hop in the past decade is that it's really infiltrated every aspect of pop culture. It's really hard to watch or hear anything without seeing some sort of hip hop influence.
You know, a lot of people like are like it's kind of like you hear like hip hop's the new like rock and roll like. And I think that like in one sense of it is I think it's mainly because you can genre blend so much in it and that you can like kind of get a little bite of anything from like there's just like there's like some just really weird art rappers out there who just like kind of have like nonsensical atonal beats like Milo or Open Mike Eagle, something like that. Or then you have like maybe just some more of the like the what are they called? They're up in Minnesota. It's like the guys that it's like Aesop Rock, Brother Ali.
Okay, Rhymesayers.
Yeah, Rhymesayers.
Or Def Jux and
yeah.
Doomtree and all those, that whole like, squad,
And then, you know, and then you go through to like even like just, you know, some classic rappers that are still around. And then you've got like the new trap rap era, the SoundCloud rap era.
Yeah.
Which like, I don't like, I'm not crazy about, but I also find myself guilty pleasuring it all the time. So it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I think I try to like find the good in all genre anyways. So it's one of those things where it's just, I think that's why it was a good conduit for me. I've always been a lyric heavy person. Like that was kind of always what was like, what drove me is just kind of like description and big old vocabulary and stuff like that.
Oh, so that's why you liked Hollywood Undead.
Oh yeah, you know it. You know, no 6th grade, like no, it's like 7th, 8th grade me was just like horny as shit and had no idea what was going on. What do you like?
Sure. Sure. So, real talk though, around that time, 6th, 7th grade, was that when you started to like find your own interests in music? Like,
that was about then. Like, throughout, my mother was very, very like overprotective. So around that age was when like she couldn't overprotect me anymore.
Sure.
So it was like, so I and that was like. It was like I also like broke out into a rebellious thing, and like music became like who I am, and like in a sense like it kind of still is. It's just I don't think I'm like 13 and stupid and like think I'm edgy and shit anymore.
Yeah.
It's just more or less like you grow and you like kind of find a way to find your own conduit to express yourself.
So what was it like whenever you started to express yourself in the family and the people around you? What was it like that discovery as a teenager?
I was like a super emo kid, bro. Like the bangs, the back spikes.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad. I mean, that was easily 7th through like, and then it like phased out by 9th grade, and then I kind of just turned into like stoner hipster weeb kid.
Sure.
Like, I don't know. I don't want to label myself, but like it was just more or less like. And I just kept to myself more instead of like seeking attention seeking.
Totally. So, like I'm a few years older than you.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, what would have been if I was your age in the time that you were your age?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Like I probably would have been 1000% an emo kid as well.
Yeah.
But I was years in front of that. So I was a little bit more like goth, mall ratty, industrial type.
I've seen some old pictures of you in like the like trip pants.
Oh yeah,
and shit like that. Rocking it, man.
Oh yeah,
like,
dude. Yeah,
sure.
Definitely, no shame. But I wonder if the same thing that happened to me happened to you, because like there's like you have this. I don't know. I don't know what this drive was to like get out of bed and like actually like do my hair and like take time for all these things.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
like,
either. I don't know that drive anymore at all. Like
I feel like
kind of let myself grow long at this point.
I feel like I like got a job and then like I started like needing to like I wasn't going to school anymore. It was like now I got to get up and go to work, or I'm up late and I'm going to work, and it's like I just don't care about doing this anymore.
That was kind of how it was for me too, because it was just like at any point like. Especially in high school, like the emo kid kind of went away, and then it was just like music kind of like I thought that was like I still think it is, but like I thought that it was going to be more of my drive in a more professional sense, because I was in choir, I was in the jazz choir, I was in the jazz band, I was in the honors band, like, and I played trombone. I probably still could. Rob from Back Alley, and like he plays a couple stuff on my things. He's been like bugging me about he's cool. Like, get a trombone, learn to play trombone. I want you to play these things that I want you to play these things. I'm gonna write scores. You're playing trombone on songs. And I was like, and I'm just like, bro, give me like, if you have $700 lying around for a brand new trombone, I will play it for you. I promise. Like,
yeah.
Though I didn't have like a beard when I played trombone usually.
Oh,
well, I mean, I was one of those kids that grew a beard at like 13, like full werewolf kind of shit. Like, so it was like, but usually I would shave it because like the mouthpiece is
being emo with a beard is a very conflict of interest.
Yes,
right?
Yes, I believe so. like I think you can pull off like dirty mustache sometimes, but like
sure.
But
I mean, if you had the swoop, did you ever see the swoop and the beard?
No, not really.
I think like maybe I think
like
the only
combos
it was
more
like
nowadays.
Like the guitar player from Under Oath may have been the only swoop and beard.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you make it through school. You make it out alive.
Yeah.
Right? Did you do college or anything?
So I went to Slippery Rock for 1 year.
Okay.
And
what were you trying to be when you grew up?
Well, originally I like had applied for the music therapy program.
Okay.
And I didn't make it. And so like, but I got accepted into Slippery Rock. So they just like, I got thrown on uncredited or whatever, the undeclared, and uncredited. I went on undeclared, and then I just got drunk for a year, man. Like to be honest with you, like,
yeah.
Sorry, mom. Like,
yeah.
Sorry, ma. Like,
totally.
But like I did. I just, and like honestly, like I was miserable. Like I was so used to like functioning with like I had a job and I would do this and I would do that, and like I got up there and I applied at every job I could apply at that was walking distance and never got hired. And so I was just struggling the entire time. And my mental health went down, so my performance went down, and then I just like there was just a point where I was just like not leaving my room and not talking to the friends I had made there or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer because like I hardly actually got to like really keep any meaningful relationships from Slippery Rock, and that bums me out because there are some really cool people I met there, and I definitely like wish I could like reconnect with some of them for sure.
Yeah. So, post Slippery Rock, then what year would that have been?
2013.
2013. All right. So what happens after that?
2013 happens, and I start cooking. I get a dishwashing job, and then a couple months
Like up in Slippery Rock, or are you back in Pittsburgh?
I was in South Hills.
Okay.
And it was at the Atrias in McMurray,
Mhm.
which is like the second busiest one other than the original one, and it's like the night it's really busy, and I pretty much just got my ass whooped for like 6 years there, and now I can cook professionally anywhere. It's really
So you
nice.
went from like a dishwasher to cook at that restaurant
to like head saute.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What was that word you just said to me?
Head saute.
Okay.
Head saute. Like I was
You're in
Wednesday through Sunday
Okay.
night saute all day every day. Then I moved, and then what kind of happened? So I was kind of like during that process, I became really good friends with Shark, and
How did you two meet?
we had a mutual friend who like honestly we just like all got together and got stoned like
Okay.
one day,
Tight.
and I had just been like at this point I had been writing. I had already like in high school my senior year. Sully and I wrote about like 2 EPs together, and they're not that good. We made them on a shitty digital 8-track.
So you went to high school with Sully.
Sully and I went to high school
Yes.
together.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Sully and I were. It's really funny that we're still roommates and really close friends, and we were in a band together in high school and stuff. His band is awesome. Go check out Understatement. They're putting a new single out soon. They're super. I listen to them practice in my house all the time. So so like, and that was like, so that was what I had focused on like a whole bunch then. Like my senior year was like I was in a band with Sully and we were doing this and that, and like we were like trying to do shows, and we kind of got punked on a bunch of those those early pay to plays.
Oh yeah, like Guerrilla Productions.
Guerrilla Productions. That's exactly what it fucking was. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And
that I don't. Whoever was in charge of that company needs to be charged for war crimes. I swear.
But like what it kind of happened was in high school I kind of just had been like I loved hip hop, and I was really like, but at that point I was really into like who was popular at the time, like Lil Wayne and Kanye, and like I hadn't really like explored much more. Like I had like listened back to some classic stuff, and like I used to have this terabyte hard drive of just like shit I would just Pirate Bay, and like I would just like download discographies and just like listen to them, because like I like to like media dive and like constantly be influenced and like stimulated, because I feel like it helps me write in a different way every time I'm like doing something. So it's just like I'll like have like I'll be like having an ebook on my phone. Like I've been going through stuff. Like I like read Jekyll and Hyde like 2 weeks ago or 3, like no, it was a month ago. And then I read The Invisible Man, and then I'm trying to read one of these like some classic Japanese literature because I'm a fucking weeb. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
That's
that
okay.
was gross. Oh, was it what were we talking about? What was the original question?
Well, the
Sorry.
original question was asked how you and Shark met.
Oh, okay. So going back to that. Oh my god. Sorry, I knew I was just gonna ramble. On
It's
that.
all good, dude.
So Shark and I met via a mutual friend. I was talking about how I like transitioned into rapping, and then Shark and I met. Like, so I transitioned into writing hip hop. It wasn't as like I didn't really know what I was like really writing about. I think at the beginning of it, I was like just imitating stuff and like trying to like write like some of these cool like, especially like when we met in like 2013, there was like watching movies with the sound off had just come out. I think like Kendrick Lamar's first album had just come out. So there are all these like new style rappers, and we were like mind blown because we had like liked stuff before, and then we were like, wow, maybe we can do it. And Cole had made this album. I don't know if I should like dox him and tell, but he had this project called Shark Parker and the Lost Boys.
Okay.
And that was like his high school rap project.
Oh, cool.
And so like we kind of just like I was working at this gas station overnight, like right before I'd started working at Atria's when we actually just met. And we listened to like Pusha T's Number on the Boards, and then we wrote a remix to it and recorded it in his basement. I still have it on my SoundCloud on a private doc. Yeah. And then Cole and I, like, Cole was going to college for graphic design and just kind of like writing stuff. And then I was just kind of like sitting around writing stuff. And then we met Daily Grind. And that's Byron. If you've ever met Byron, big blonde beard.
Yeah.
That was kind of him. He was kind of like, it was me and Christian and Cole and Byron. And we all kind of just like hung out and got stoned all the time and just like talked about art and like wrote stuff together. And like, and then we met Daily Grind and we kind of just all assimilated and like just started like, honestly, at the beginning of that, it was kind of really toxic. No offense. I love all of you, but all we were doing was getting blackout drunk and going in playing shows. It was like, it was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous for a while. Like, and then like, I mean, I'm not going to go into like the politics, but Daily Grind dissipated and Matt and Miles like then turned into Back Alley Sound with Cole as like, cause everyone was just like, Cole is an incredible lyricist. And I mean, and like he's on anything, like I've just been around. So all I've seen is watch him get better. And it's been nice because like I've just sat here and gotten to write my own material. And then I started Must See TV. And then Must See TV is kind of on hiatus. But then Yak the like I didn't expect this to happen. Studio 22 is kind of like Sam and Miles' little brainchild. And in January, they were just like, hey, we're going to make music for you now and with you. And like, we're going to like do it. And like, and I was just like, yes, that's cool. And then we made Off the Map like in a day. Like start to finish, Off the Map was made in one day. I didn't even have it all written. I just went, and then the EP started getting crafted after that.
Yeah.
And, Must See TV is gonna come back. We're gonna actually like put it in Studio 22. It's just I'm just letting Kai do his own thing for now. He's on a couple tracks on the EP actually. He's just ported in some scratches for us, and they sound really good. Yeah, it's kind of been that. That's been kind of like the whole history so far.
Yeah.
Like,
so, you know, there's a lot to dig into there for anybody that doesn't know like the people that are involved.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not that complex. I'll try to break it down simply.
Yeah.
So
that's very, I'm sorry.
Rewinding. No, it's totally chill because these are all things totally worth talking about. So
Okay.
Rewinding just a bit, you recorded this EP and it was written at Studio 22.
Yes.
Which is a new-ish studio recording space type thing.
It opened in February.
In February.
Yeah.
It's in the south
on my
side.
birthday. Yeah, it's in the
south side of Pittsburgh. Run by Sam and everybody else in that sort of crew. Sam and Miles and Rob and
Spencer.
Yeah. It's, you know, the
four, they own it. And then there's
you know,
members. And
so, you know, we can call it, you know, the Back Alley Sound and Friends, or Three River Circus, if that's still
continuance.
Yeah, like whatever. Like there's this, you know, that whole medley of people, right?
Yeah.
And you know, that's how we formally met each other was through that whole crew of people, right? So rewinding just a bit.
Yeah.
You had mentioned that you and Shark wrote a song and recorded it in his basement.
We've recorded, I think there's 2 or 3 that we recorded in his, like, it was his girlfriend at the time's basement, and we just threw up a fucking mattress and like recorded it on GarageBand. I know they're on SoundCloud. I still have them.
So at the time, was that the first time that you had ever tracked anything?
No. I had tracked a little like 3-track acoustic EP with my buddy when I was in high school, and then Sully and I tracked on this digital like little 8-track digital thing, and he would just like hit a couple buttons and just put it up in front of us and just like sing it, and we just try our best to make it sound as demo-y as possible.
Sure.
But like, yeah, I guess that was the first time that like I had actually like tracked something on like, oh no, it was the second time I had actually, because the first time I'd actually tracked something on a screen. I don't remember if it was God, what, I think it was either Logic or whatever the Apple
GarageBand.
Yeah, GarageBand.
Yeah.
And then,
so, you know, had you released any music online prior to that? And did those songs really even get like an online release, or were they just kind of put up on SoundCloud and shared with friends?
Kind of put up on SoundCloud and shared with friends, pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
Anything up until like the first Must See TV song, anything I ever worked on, except up to the first Must See TV song, which was put out in like 2018, was like, it was never had like an official release. It was pretty much just like, yeah, it's on SoundCloud here, you can listen to it if you want.
Yeah.
It says cool. Like,
so, was there any particular reason for, waiting so long to put stuff out, or was it just kind of how the cookie crumbled?
Well, honestly, it was a handful of things. It's not like I had ever stopped writing.
Yeah, totally.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I think lyrics are my strong point. Like, and like, especially like I quit smoking 3 years ago. I'm still on the vape, but like I already noticed that my vocal range is already better, and the more I work at it, the stronger my voice gets, because I used to do it every day, but I was smoking then. So like, I'm hoping that there'll be an actual difference and I can like switch it up more and do different things. But like, say that again. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel so bad. Like,
It's all good.
I knew I was gonna like just ramble and trail off and forget like half of the conversation sometimes.
All good. I was just asking you about we were talking about like the trajectory and how it took some time to get something officially released.
Because it was just one of those things where for a while I'll say this, like, at the moment, like, I believed in like daily grind at the moment, and I was just like writing stuff, and like I was talking about collabing with Miles and Brad and Matt, and Shark was too, for a long time before like this even had happened. And then like it transitioned, and then we kept talking about collabing and making stuff and doing things, and it's just like Back Alley Sound kind of just like went, and I was just kind of like, hey man, like, I'm just gonna be here and support you, and and I'm just gonna keep working on me, and I think that we'll just get there because we're all just like here, want to work with each other and make music. And that's kind of what the studio turned into for me. I feel really like blessed and lucky to have friends like this, like, but yeah, like that's kind of it. Like, I feel like I just spent a lot of time being like support, like just like knowing and wanting to be support and like believing in my friends, like,
yeah,
that was kind of like, at least that's kind of where I just thought I was. I knew that like I was writing stuff and I wanted to do things, but like I just didn't really have like a catalyst. I didn't really have someone that was just going to be like, hey man, I want to help you. And then it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Even, I mean, everyone, it's not like everyone around me wasn't like, hey man, I want to help you. It's just like, everyone was like focused. We were just hustling, man. Three River Circus, they were doing like, Back Alley was doing like almost 2 shows a weekend. Plus they were trying to throw other shows under the Three River Circus stuff, and we were doing that. And that was just exhausting. Like, I was beat and I wasn't even in there. Like, but I was there all the time, like helping out, like, and stuff like that. I don't know. I love them. Yeah. I wouldn't have anything without them.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that for sure. Like, they're all my best friends. Like,
I think that, so much about a successful, I don't want to use the word career, but for lack of a better word, in this moment, it's so important to have like a solid base around you, and like your environment is everything, right? You had mentioned, there was some time where it was maybe spent a little bit more, hanging out around a bottle and some weeds and things like that, right? Yeah. Now, did you find that like whenever you got out of that productivity overall seemed to increase, or did it really not have any much of an effect on the productivity?
Well, honestly, I would say over like the last couple, like from 2015 to now, like our crew went from like party hardy to like old man alcohol. Like where it's just like, oh man, like this hangover, I'm not drinking for a week. Like, and like, so it's just, and like, I think it has like, I don't know, quarantine was a little rough because me and Miles kind of like had like, just like filled the kitchen up and went hard for a couple months. And then like a couple months ago, I was like, think we need to chill out. Like, just, and it's been good, man. Like, I feel like, I mean, I had made that decision like right around the start of like the studio being like, hey, it's time for your shit. And I was just like, oh, okay. So it's been helpful because like I can just be like, all right, I'm just gonna like right now it's just like I'm gonna just like focus on trying to like write and get some new material for like new stuff, and like essentially like play a bunch of video games, write a bunch of music. And that's pretty much all I've been doing, and it's been good for me, man. Like I definitely feel mentally healthier than I have in like since January when I was like invited in and started to do this than I have in a long time. And it's very nice. Like,
yeah, no, I agree. You know, I've been feeling really good about life recently. I'm in the process of trying to write new music though.
Yeah.
And I find that being in a good mood isn't good for my music.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Sometimes like honestly, I'll tell you, like I've been getting into like doing Twitch streaming and stuff like that. And like I've been going like late hours, and sometimes I'll just force myself to like stay awake after it and write because I'm miserable. Like I'm like physically just destroyed, and I'm like, I don't know why you're working right now, but like it's 5 a.m. and I'm gonna write like at least like a good couple lines. I'm gonna like them tomorrow, and then I do. And it's like that was actually me at 5 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
Well, because like I don't know, the EP, I'm already writing new material. Like I'm a couple songs in already.
Yeah.
It's like because I'm just trying to be like motivated and like have like just keep going, you know, at least because I just like, I don't know. I used to have like huge bouts of like writer's block, and I'm just like, I don't want to like lose the wheels that I feel like I've had turning for the last couple of months. And I'm just like, okay, let's keep it going before like you feel like you're going to fall off for a little bit. I'm not trying to like exhaust myself, but I'm trying to like keep it at a steady pace. You know what I mean? Like I go in the studio once a week. That's enough time for me to like take like some of the stuff we're writing and like really wrap my head around it, and like come back and focus on it and like work on it and really do something with it. It's nice, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like a nice little scheduled thing that I do. It's like a brain dump. It's like therapy.
Yeah.
You know,
now that you have this resource, it's really cool to see that you're taking advantage of it and just being persistent. I think that that's like the one thing that most of, I guess, our peers that I talk to, where they really fuck up, is it's just not being persistent. Like it doesn't matter if you're actually able to accomplish anything, but like you have to be persistent in trying to accomplish stuff.
For sure. I mean, like you know, the first thing to do is just to do it. You know, like the sense of it is like, you know, I now have material, and now I'm going to be like, hey, I have material. You know what I mean? I don't like have like, I don't expect instant gratification from it or anything.
Yeah.
Because like I've been around I've seen like my friends who I think are like absurdly good, talented, like you guys, Normal Creatures, Grey Walker. I'm excited for your record, by the way.
Thanks, man.
Is it the one about roller coasters?
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I remember, I think I saw a stream one time where you were like, there's some songs about roller coasters. I was like, yes, roller coaster song. Roller coaster metal invented by Brian Sykes Howe. Okay. I love it. But yeah, it's just been just been a good time.
So I mean, you know, the cool thing about the perspective that you have, I actually think you have a really good balanced, potentially, I could be wrong, I'm just assuming these things, but I think you have
I don't think my ego is gonna somehow giantly eat me and morph into something.
It's like even though, you know, you're just getting this EP out now, you know, your first air quote solo effort under Yak the Atlas, right? You've been around multiple people and multiple projects, and you've seen how releases work out, you see how shows go, you understand how all of these things work. It's like you've been, even though you haven't like released anything personally, like by proxy, you've been a part of so much stuff that's already happened over the past 5-6 years.
And it really helps me be patient.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like Like it helps me like curb my expectations.
I mean, yeah, you know how long
Like,
something takes.
yeah, like I'm not like discouraged really, like, and that's what I kind of mean by like I'm already writing something new, because like I'm just like I'm not like expecting, like I don't have like I really am proud of this EP. You've heard it, like shh, but 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 like, you know, it's just like one of those things where it's like, but I should, but and I'm happy with it, but I've also listened to it like for like an absurd amount of hours, so I'm just like I want to write something else. That's kind of what Sam and I were like. We're like, yes, new things, new things.
Yeah,
because it was like 4 months, like a 4-month process.
Yeah, you have to keep pushing, and like you got to get yourself into this schedule where you're able to always be ahead of the ball, because fucking, you know, like
that's something I learned from you, like, because like literally I've watched I mean like I know that you're probably already like up on another Normal Creatures, like at least some of it, like and you just put out that record like a month or two ago.
Yes,
like
yes, we have quite a bit of new material.
Yeah, so it's just like that's kind of like where I'm trying, like in like it's just like, you know, it's nice to have a cache of like extra stuff, like
because like realistically it's gonna take everything takes longer than you think it's going to be,
like,
but it's always good to just have that stuff in the bag, so you know, like you're at a point now where like we're gonna be playing shows again, and like you're gonna start promoting this EP, and then you start to pick up some steam, and then what happens if you haven't done anything else in the back burner? It's like, oh shit, okay, well there's no more shows to play right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't have any new material that I haven't been working on behind the scenes.
Yeah, and then you're kind of like, you're sitting here in a drought because, like, you know, you don't want to play the same show over and over.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I mean, like you pop out different kinds of sets of shows every time. You got like the big screens, and like you have a whole different theme of everything. It's like that's some stuff that like I would love to get to one day, like looking up to you being like, senpai, like but you know, but it's just like one of those things where it's like I definitely even already know that like actually part of it is even like me getting some of these news, like me getting a new like thing done is actually kind of crucial to me doing shows, because like this EP isn't really long enough to do a full half-hour set yet.
Sure.
And like one of them has a 2-rapper feature that like
dude,
I'm just leaking all my shit on Sykes' stuff.
Listen. Nobody cares.
No one cares. No one cares at all. I know.
It's fine.
I can't wait to do another one like a year or two from now and just actually just start like leaking all my shit. Just be like, since I'm on Sykes' podcast again, I'm just gonna tell you all this stuff right now. Also, I love you. But yeah, so like one of them has like a 2-rapper feature on it, and I'm like, and you know, I don't really want to do like you see all these like you know, the big popular rappers that like they'll just play a song that isn't even their song, but it's like the popular chart rapper one, and they'll only play their verse of it, and then they'll just move on to another song. And I'm just like, I'm never gonna do that, you know?
Yeah, There's a really weird representation of mainstream hip hop and rap and pop in a live environment that like I do not fuck with at all.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like I don't get it. Like
but I think that for some people they don't notice the difference.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like if you go to like a nightclub, there's like DJs that will only play like the hook of popular songs and then move on to the next, so they could cram more music into a set.
Of course.
So I think there's a lot of live artists in that realm that perform their songs in the same way.
Yeah.
But I think maybe since we came up on maybe more rock and that sort of a structure of a song, it's we want to see the whole song performed, and we actually like the other parts of the song besides the hook.
Yeah, it's like I want to hear that bass line on right there. That's super neat. Like, you know, like and not just like whatever booty rocking everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, you know. There's just like different.
Shout out Yang Yang Twins.
Absolutely, there's just different fucking different ways to enjoy things and different ways to present your art, but I think it's definitely crucial to know like what you want to do. There's no right or wrong way.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than like what you want to do. It's your it's your shit.
Yeah, like I mean, like it's even kind of like, you know, the name is kind of like a joke because, well, you know, my name's Jacob, but
Hi, Jacob.
Yeah. Yeah, Yak is like kind of like, it was kind of like a name that Christian, the pianist of the back alley, and Shark kind of just like, it was them just being lazy because it was like Jacob, Jacoby, Jacob, Yak. And they just were like, yep, we're just going to call you Yak now. And then I was like, and I used to have a different pseudonym that I would like rap under, and it was called Jake Chaos, and it was
wow,
cringy.
That's back to the Hollywood Undead type vibes right there, man.
I mean, like it wasn't like it wasn't really like it didn't sound like Hollywood Undead. It was more like it was kind of
I get it. It was very MySpacey.
Yeah, very MySpacey.
You know what my high school rapper name was? B Nuts.
Nice. I love it. Jake Chaos feat B Nuts on our we'll put it on SoundCloud, and we'll just like do a little secret collab.
Yeah, put it on Reverb Nation.
Yeah, put it on Reverb Nation. Yeah, let's go. And then the Atlas, to be honest with you, I've come I came up with a reasoning behind it, but like it's honestly because if type in Yak to like Spotify or Apple Music or anything, and there's like 8 different Yaks or like 8 different this or Yakko's World, the Animaniacs song. I would love to get like, you know how Wale has those Seinfeld albums, or have you ever heard of those?
No.
Okay, so Wale has these Seinfeld albums. The first one was just like an album about nothing or something, and the second one he actually got Seinfeld to like narrate it.
Oh, cool.
Which is like wild. So what I would love to do is do a Yakko's World and get fucking Rob Paulson to narrate an album with me. That would be the dream right there. And but it was essentially for algorithm sense, just like, so you type in Yak, comma, the Atlas, and then no one else is going to pop up but me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that was just kind of the only reasoning for it. I also said it's kind of all encompassing because it's like, I also think that like a lot of this is like gonna, like a lot of these songs are just gonna be like an evolution of me and me kind of searching, not really for like myself, but kind of, you know what I mean? That's kind of like the first EP is called Stay Astray, like, you know, and it's just, so it's like, it's kind of a concept of me kind of like evolving over time and like looking around and looking through the world like the Atlas, you know? So like, at least that's what I found for myself out of it, even though it was originally for one reason. But like, that's at least what I tell myself to make myself feel good.
Yeah. You know, with performing this stuff in a live environment.
Yeah, that's something I'm interested to start like getting into. Sam and I have been like talking about trying to set it up. We're like trying to get some like extra people and studio members to like get together, because there's a couple other guys like Julian Atwater and Louis, and then Louis is doing a lot of stuff there too, and then young Guy Burkett is also in there right now. So we're kind of been like all talking about how we're gonna like get, because we want to do like a mostly live band stuff and have like kind of like rotating band members. But like I'm gonna let Sam talk about that when he gets on here, because he told me not to talk too much about 22, so he could talk about it when he gets on.
That's fine. No worries. No worries. No worries. My main question though was just like, basically in a live environment, are you planning on trying to put together a band, or are you just going to do this like, you know, backtracks and you DJ, or is it going to be whatever you need to do for whatever the gig calls for?
I kind of think it's going to be a mixture of both. I mean, like I would love to have a final form band all the time, but like I'm probably going to like do a mixture of both. If I can, like, I'll probably like, we've been talking about getting like doing like DJ, NPC, and then like bass and sax.
Yeah.
And like kind of like doing like kind of a fusion of both.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I'm also like not a big fan of like you know, people rapping over their own tracks. So like I'm also like gonna be doing edits where I just like make sure I'm doing all of it myself and stuff, and practicing it and, you know, figuring it out. Honestly, it's been real nice because I just have to like, it's much easier when you've recorded it to learn your shit. Like,
sure. Well,
I will say that very much so, because I had when I was doing shows with Must See TV, it was so difficult, like, because I write a lot of, sometimes I write some real complex rhyme patterns where it's just like this word rhymes with this word rhymes with this word rhymes with this word, and it's just tongue twisters, and I'm just like, why did I do this to myself?
Sure.
Like,
You know, that's the one thing that a lot of rappers fuck up on is like the whole like writing in the studio or just like writing and then recording, and there's never really like a rehearsal period where you get to
it's
like
been real nice for me because I've
memorize
just been
the
like,
stuff.
it's real nice for me because I can just sit there and be like, okay, this is how I did it. This is how I did it. All right, we're going. Like, it's just nice because like I just feel much more confident actually now about like in the it's really funny because I actually feel more confident about performing my stuff because I have like I can just hear myself do it and I know I know that this is right now.
Yeah.
And before I would like not remember if it was right, but now I know it's right. So like it's an easy, I guess for me I think it'll be easier when we get into like doing some more real rehearsals, probably like I assume we're probably gonna start doing stuff soonish. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm there all the I like live there half the time. Like sometimes sometimes I will wake up and Sam is nudging my hand and he's like, "Want to go to Nadine's?" And I'm like, "It's 9 a.m." And he's like, "Yeah." It's like, "It's not Tuesday, is it?" And he's like, "Because that's my studio." He's like, "No, I just want to go to Nadine's Hangout Studio." I'm just like, "Yeah, sure, okay, I'll get up." And I'm not doing shit today. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just been like, it's been fun, man. Like I've just been having a good time with this right now. It's, like, and it's really funny because like it's nice that it actually just all started happening on the back end of quarantine. Because if this was all the beginning, I think we would have all gone crazy by now in the studio.
I think that I think that everybody reacted to things differently. I don't think that we would have been able to have as much new Normal Creatures material as we do
for sure.
had it not been for the pandemic and not
I don't think I
playing
would have
shows.
had any of this. Like,
I mean, granted, we could have just been very patient and not played any shows.
Yeah.
Because basically what happened is like, we only have so much time in a week, as I'm sure, it goes. So any of the time that we used to spend fucking rehearsing or playing shows, we just focused on writing, and that's all we fucking did.
No, yeah. That's kind of what happened with how the studio came up.
Yeah.
Essentially.
It was nice to have that
So
time
put that energy
to
in
put
there.
energy into other things.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
now moving forward, it's like, there's a lot of people that I'm seeing that are like playing a lot of shows already. And I'm just like,
Ugh.
have we learned anything over the
Yeah,
past year? I mean, if that's what you really want to
like
do.
all
I mean,
I've
if you're like,
seen the last couple days are like tour announcement, tour announcement. And like the thing that kind of surprised me is like some of them are like in like 2 weeks, and they're like bigger acts, and I'm just like, guys, like wait till like September, dude, like at least like fall. Like I feel like the summer, like I get it, summer tour season, huge, but it's just like it's still like the herd immunity is still not here, like
I think like, and the other thing too is like supply and demand.
Yeah.
People are gonna get burned out really fucking quick.
Yeah.
Like it happened to me because there's all these shows that, granted, the shows aren't happening soon,
Yeah.
but it's just like this concert's happening, this concert's happening, this concert's happening, and then like it got to the point where like Slipknot got announced, and I'm just like, God damn it, I'm tired of fucking buying tickets to concerts.
Yeah, dude, Anthony Green came to town like 2 weeks ago,
yeah.
and I missed it. And I've seen him almost every time he's come to Pittsburgh, and I was just kind of like, this is weird. Like, I just like I could have. I just mentally was like, I don't think I'm gonna go. I don't really feel like going to whatever winery that is. Like so it was just like, it was weird though, because like I feel like before the pandemic, I would have been like desperate, like to like try and go, like,
Yeah.
and I feel like, but I mean, I also used to like live at D's, and now D's is open again, and I've gone like 4 times. Like, me and Mandy living at D's. So just like, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of my attitudes have changed over this. Like, I don't know, it's been a little weird. I think that, like, as I was saying, when I walked in, you guys were like, how are you doing? I was like, just being a hermit, like,
Yeah.
it's been like, I've been like, but the thing is I'm like pretty content with being a hermit at the moment, you know.
Same. And like yeah, I'm having like a hard time like even just like dealing with like the way that my activity of my inbox has been recently because now it's like everybody kind of left me the fuck alone for a year.
Yeah.
And now it's like back to like, hey, you know, do you know anybody that can do this? Do you want to play this show? Do you know, like people asking me like, can I come on the podcast? Blah, blah, blah. And like, it's like a lot. And like, I used to handle it before and then it kind of went away. And now that it's coming back, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Man, where did
I didn't miss this?
Yeah, no, like there's just all the busy comes back.
Like, how do I move forward in a way that is healthy and good for me?
Exactly.
Like even this weekend, we had to reschedule this day.
Yeah, for sure.
Because my whole weekend got completely fucked because all of these things are coming in, and I'm like, holy shit.
Luckily, I'm still in limbo, and I was just immediately like, hey, I got you. Don't worry about it. Like, believe me, man. Like, I love having conversations with you. We always bullshit pretty well. So I was like, we're going to do this. I am on 2 hours of sleep and I will come be nonsensical with you. Like, well, I don't think we were totally nonsensical. I think we got some good meat and bones in there.
Yeah, totally.
Me like,
no, totally, bro. You know, with everything, let's hold on one second. I'm thinking.
You got this. I believe in you.
Thinking. So in terms of the streaming aspect of things that you're doing with your free time, are you just doing like video game shit? Are you playing on
video games? I mean like I do like I eventually like well, one of the things that Kai's been working on in the Musty TV aspect is he's kind of set up this whole like he wants to do this whole like it's kind of like a room of like synthesizers and all these other toys, and he kind of wants to set up this like thing where we do like where he makes a bunch of live loops and I just like do some like cypher verses over it. Like, and we do that once a week on like the Musty TV page, and I just host it on mine. But like, yeah, I pretty much just play video games, man. Like the thing about that was just like I'm playing them anyways, might as well, you know. I don't really have like, it's like one of those things where it's like, I don't think I'm going to be the next like fucking, I don't know, huge YouTube streamer, Twitch streamer, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, mother, like, you know, like, but like, I just don't mind. Like, you know, I don't mind people coming in and being like, I love Kingdom Hearts while I'm playing Kingdom Hearts, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of like where I'm at. Like, I do want to get like a nice computer so I can like port some like 64 and some Nintendo Switch stuff. Because there's a lot of Nintendo Switch stuff I want to do. They put like 2 giant NES packs on it, and I want to play them real bad.
Yeah,
they like. There's the one, what is it? The Super Mario 2 where you're Yoshi and it's Baby Mario and it's the crying baby forever and it's just pain. But
that's
the game
Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, the Yoshi's Island.
Yes.
Yeah, I was playing that one and then I got frustrated because number one, the baby whining is awful, and then number 2, it's just like that some of those bosses are kind of tough. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I've just been like kind of nerding out. That's all. Like just trying to enjoy some of this time in limbo that I have before I like have to go cook some more again and smell like grease all day every day and be sad.
Yeah. So in terms of like the cooking, you know, is it something that you enjoy?
I do like to cook. It's just that
work sucks.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like honestly like I could like you could probably like hit me up and we could like go grocery shopping and I could make you like some banging ass shit. You know what I mean? And I would just be like, I'm gonna go outside, smoke a joint, and come in, and I'm just gonna crush this. And you're gonna be like, damn, Jake, you can cook good. And I'm like, yeah, but like the problem is you know, years and years of high volume ass whooping kind of just destroys it for you a little bit on the inside. Like, and you know, there are some line cooks that'll be like, suck it up, da 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 da. But I'm just like, no, you just aren't enjoying yourself, man. You're like telling like. That's some of that culture is like super toxic, man. Like they just are like, oh yeah, work 60 hours a week on shit wages, and that's just what you do. And like, you know, and that part of that like line cook culture is. Like, just I hate it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like just in the sense of like, I don't know. I don't know. I follow a lot of like random like cook pages and stuff like that, and I see a lot of just like really just like, oh no, like this is just how it is. Like you work 80 hours a week until you die because you're in the kitchen industry. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's just like not how like people should be living their lives, even though it's like a trade that I learned. But like I also like feel like I learned it out of desperation at first, and then I started to love it, and then I died. Like like, and that's kind of how it went. Like and especially like since I moved up to the city, it's been like a lot of it's been like they I start somewhere, they see that I'm probably better than most of their cooks. They then start to give me more responsibility with not more money.
Yeah, dude. That's
and
every
like
my biggest advice in life is to never show anybody your full deck.
Yeah, like,
don't let people know what you're capable of because they'll expect way too much from you.
Yeah, and it's just
not to sound shitty, but it's like,
and it always ends up that way. Like is ever since I like moved from Cannonsburg to Mount Oliver and been like, and I've been here for like 4 years now. Wow, I've been here for 4 years now. Cool. Time flies, but yeah, ever since every place, it's like I start and then I learn the restaurant, and that's all I really need to know is once I learn your menu and I'll learn everything, I'm fine. Like there's like a handful of stuff. Like I don't know a lot of Asian stuff, like Asian cooking stuff, but like otherwise it's like I know Italian, Germanic, all of like a whole bunch of different kind of stuff. I don't really know a lot of fancy French shit either. I only got to do a couple like French wine dinners at Atria's, and it was not very much. Like I would do like one, like I would just do like 100 one French appetizer while someone else was doing like 100 of like the entree, and it was that was Atria's was crazy for me because it would just be like, good morning, buddy. Like, why don't you heat up? Like when I was in Sauté, if I came in the morning, it'd be like, why don't you heat up like 12 pans of pasta sauce and 12 pans of soup. Also, you have to like make like 60 parm chickens for this catering in the back. Good morning. We open in an hour. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And then, but I was fine with that. And it was, but the thing about it is at the time, like, I didn't realize that like what I had, they were paying, like Atria's was paying me like $11.50. And like for stuff that I should have been making like manager money for. Like, and it was in, like when I realized that and I moved up here, it immediately got raises. But like the thing about it is again, then it turned into the like, they went, oh, you're good. How about you like do this and this now? Like, and I'm just, it's like,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah, totally. Totally. Dude, I totally get it. So 2 questions.
Sure.
1, in terms of cooking for yourself or cooking for other people, is there like one secret go-to sort of ingredient or thing that you always love to fuck with that maybe people overlook when cooking at home?
Oh man. You know, it's really funny because like where I'm living at right now, like our oven is broken. So like, so it's been one of the
spam
risk, baby. That's my new rapper name, Spam Risk.
That would do really good.
Live.
That would do really good, probably. All right. Ingredients. You don't have a working oven. Got it.
So yeah, we don't have a working oven right now. So like a lot of times I've been like trying to be like, I've been trying to like make something cool, and I've just been like, oh yeah, my oven doesn't fucking work. Like, so I was just like, what have I been doing? You know what I really used to love doing was there's this old couple that used to come in, and they would ask me, and like this wasn't on the menu, but they would ask me for a shrimp cocktail every Monday.
Oh, okay.
And it was like it was like this like 90-year-old dude and his 70-year-old girlfriend, and they were like
nice.
And there was this old server named Dave Schmidt. He was this sweet gay old alcoholic man who was just great server that was there all the time, and he would just come in and be like, Jake, can you get on their shrimp cocktail? And I will tell you the shrimp cocktail recipe real easy. It's just whole black pepper, bay leaves, and lemon juice in the water as you boil. and just like a sprinkle of bay seasoning, and then it's perfect shrimp cocktails, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And actually, the only thing I thought about that is I actually have a bag of shrimp in the freezer that I could use to do this for. I'm kind of mad at myself for thinking about it right now. But like honestly, the other thing I just kind of make stretch is Cajun seasoning. Like I can like make something with Cajun and you'll be like, I don't even taste the Cajun, and I'll be like, but you do. Like I promise you do.
Sure. Now on the flip, is there anything after working in the restaurant industry for years that you can't stomach eating personally?
Oh my God. Honestly, there's a handful of things that like I just won't trust half the time. Like I don't really like I hardly trust burgers.
Okay.
Just straight up unless I cook them. Like there's like I will literally like at people like I'll be at people at restaurants that like I like worked with. I would literally there were people there that I would just like not like I wouldn't let cook burgers for people. I would like because I'd just be like, how do you not know? I don't get it. Fine.
Sure. Okay.
Like
yeah.
Also like a lot of like chicken is ruined for me, to be honest with you. Like just like in general, just seeing like how some places are like I'm not saying all places, but I'm saying some places like have a pretty bad tendency of like how they take care of their raw chicken. And it's just like and I've been at those places and it's a bummer sometimes, you know what I mean? It's it's kind of a bummer because sometimes it's like I've literally been there and I've been like, if I wasn't here to know that this is food and health safety, like I have a serve safe, you know, like so it's like if I didn't know this, like this like Southside scumbag is not going to know that, like is not going to know
Yeah.
this, like he does not like. And so it's just like one of those things where every time I was there, just like this is common sense. They don't know that though. Like, you know, they're just trying to get a quick buck. Like, but like, I don't know. Like, so like I'm just saying, be more cautious in some of the like, South Side bars. like, I just didn't want to talk shit because like I love Southside and like, but like I'm just saying, man, I've worked in almost all of them. like, and I'm not dropping names though.
Yeah. I totally get it.
Like believe me, I definitely like I haven't really like gotten. I've been kind of trapped on that side of the river since I've like moved up here. I haven't really gotten to like come over to Lawrenceville and like explore, or Troy Hill and explore as much. So like this is like I used to like see a girl that like is over here somewhere, but I think that's the most I've been up to. This is like the most I've been to Troy Hill since I've been up here. So it's just like I definitely like I definitely want to go explore Lawrenceville and like some of the food places over there a little more personally, because I assume that some of them are pretty decent.
So do you find that like you have an interest in like checking out restaurants and an interest in trying other people's cooking, even though you've had like bad experiences in the kitchen?
Well, I mean, that's just because like I know what it's like back there, you know. I'm just saying, and it's not even like I'm like saying like horror stories. I'm just saying like being realistic. Is all I'm saying. But no, of course I do. Like, you know, like there's something that like when I said since I quit smoking is like I have a palate again instead of just like wanting to eat hot shit all the time, because that was like because I could hardly taste anything. And so I was just like, hot shit, I can feel it. So it gives me joy. I think I was there at like, what was that backyard podcast you did with the like, you did the little hot ones taste test?
Oh,
the thrift store, Thrifty or whatever.
Yep.
I remember doing all of those with you guys and just being like, this is fine. Like, I always wanted to do the hot ones thing. I think I could last.
Yeah.
Like I think as long as you get past a bomb, you're fine. Like
well, I mean, the bomb is not fair because it's like it's a cheat code. It's synthetic. It's
Yeah,
not like
it tastes like battery acid. is
yeah.
from
I
what
mean,
I've
it
heard.
practically is.
Like-
It's gross, But there's like some really good hot sauces
yeah,
that
for sure.
aren't.
You have one?
Yeah. Yes, we do have one. Anyways, Jesus Christ, Stacy, you okay in there?
Oh no.
Well, so Jake, Yak,
Yeah.
you got an EP coming out soon
Yeah.
ish. Do you have a release date?
Yes, I do. It is August 22nd. It's called Stay Astray. The first 2 singles are out for it, Off the Map and Dreamcatcher. They're available on all your streaming services. And then I have a new single called Street Rat Fan Club coming out July 22nd. We're putting releases out hopefully on the 22nd of every month for the rest of this year and hopefully into next year. All right. That's pretty much all my plugs. Oh yeah, you can follow me on @YakDoesThings at all your stuff, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I get it.
No. Follow this guy. He's a good dude, talented songwriter,
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
good spirit. Nothing else to really say about that.
I think we nailed it. I think we had a good talk, good time.
Yeah.
Grew a little closer together. Shared souls for a little bit. Broke Stacy somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Stacy's like tripping over boxes in the other room, not too sure what's going on. But it's all good. And with that being said, I'm going to do an outro.
Sounds good, my man.
And that is all, folks. Thanks so much for being here. One more time, Yak the Atlas. Thank you.
Later.
I'll be back again in a couple days or next week or next month. I don't know how much I give a shit about doing this anymore, to be completely honest with you, but I'll be back. Same time, same place, same channel. You know the drill. My name is Sykes. Start the beat 2021. Woo, woo. Thanks for listening. And we're done, my friend. That's a podcast.
Yeah, let's go.
Fist bump. Woo!
Yeah, we nailed that.
Yeah.